Hi, my name is Amanda De Leon and I am a living kidney donor. I donated a little over a year to my father who was on dialysis for 5 years, and although his life has changed astronomically, physically and emotionally, my life has changed far beyond what I thought it would. Being a donor has been one of the best decisions that I have ever made in my life. The testing to be a donor is long. It's a long process, but when I did the initial online screening, I got a call and said, hey, come back to the clinic and get tested via blood. And so I did. I went back to the clinic and I got tested. Blood, we were a match, and that test came back that we were a match. And then I did the urine test. It was like a 24-hour urine sample test. So I turned that in, and that also was a go. And then they scheduled me for the all-day testing. And the all-day testing is really an all-day test. You go and you speak to a social worker, and they were very, very, very organized in the day that I went back for my testing. So I went and I spoke to the social worker. After that, I had more blood drawn and tested, more urine. I had an EKG done, I had x-rays done, and then that same day I also had, because I'm a woman, I had a pap smear done and a breast exam done, and the final test was the CT scan. And that day I was fortunate enough to get results from all of the tests except for the CT scan. That one took a few days, and those were probably the longest days of my life because I wanted to make sure that I was, of course, a match and my body was perfectly healthy to go through a kidney transplant. And after about 4 or 5 days, I did receive the phone call that everything was a go and I was a perfect match for my dad, but I was also in the best health condition to undergo my transplant. And so I encourage you, if you have that little voice in you that is saying, you know what, should I get tested? Maybe I should do it. Listen to it. I'm telling you, I am living proof. I have 5 children. I have 3 teenagers and 2 toddlers. And my youngest at the time was 1 year old. He wasn't even 2 yet. And I did it. And I'm telling you, I say that because if you have that little voice that is saying, maybe I should get tested, I encourage you strongly to listen to that voice and go forth with it. You will not regret it. And like David said earlier, maybe you'll find something that you didn't know you had throughout the test, and you can find that out. But your life, if everything is a go and you donate your kidney, I promise you, your life is going to change for the better. Mine certainly has, and I always tell my dad, I tell him, thank you, Dad, for giving me the gift to give you my kidney. So I really hope that that is encouraging for you guys.